All right, guys, welcome to the live stream. Happy Thursday. So, I figured I would start out by playing Alone in the Dark again while we wait people to come in. So that way, when I start talking about the trip, all the people that wanted to see it will be able to see it. This is a cutscene, obviously. And you might be wondering, what's that got to do with New York City or 28 years later? Well, the main female lead is also the female lead in this video game, and they're both horror, so why not make it a 2-for-1? And that way we have time to hang out and what have you. So let's see all who's in here. Matthew, welcome to the live stream. Splicer, welcome. Adrian, welcome. Let's see here. Kanzite, welcome. How are you guys doing?
Something like that. He says a dark man is following him.
That is the lead protagonist for 28 years later.
What do you make of it?
And then, of course, that's the guy from Stranger Things.
Of course. But I'd be lying if I said it didn't bother me. You see, it runs in my family.
Possession?
No, detective. Deteriorating melancholy. Practically every member of the Hartwood family is driven mad before they grow old.
But Jeremy didn't kill himself. Is that why he's at your setup?
Despite being convinced that he is truly possessed, he decided to put his last chips on Dr. Gray and his psychoanalysis, figuring he might stumble upon some cure.
You mentioned a letter.
I received a disturbing letter from Jeremy accusing the staff and all the other patients of being involved in some cult. And now they are also out to get him.
Could it be real? Or is it all just in his head?
It's a story he tells himself, Mr. Carnby. Anything to avoid the truth.
Which is?
That we're all terribly insignificant. That people mean so very little to one another. That there is no one out to get Jeremy Hartwood because he isn't worth getting.
Here we are.
My uncle's not well, Mr. Carnby. I want to make sure he's all right.
Then what's my part in this? You couldn't get a cab?
I just wouldn't feel safe going alone. Did you bring a gun?
Yeah. You think it'll actually come to that?
No. But you might need to wave it around depending on how agreeable the staff will be.
What exactly are we gonna do when we find Jeremy?
I don't know. Let's just find him first.
All right. So, yeah, just refresh it, Jedi, but welcome to the live stream either way. Kanzite, don't work too hard. Thanks for coming and hanging out while you're working. Doing well, got today and tomorrow off. Oh, that's awesome. Congrats. That sounds great. So hopefully I'll get a different ending. I'm going to play the same character, obviously, because, I mean, well, that's the whole point of the stream. Like, otherwise I would be playing as him because I played with her last time, just because male versus female. Chi, what's up? Long time no see. How are you? But anyway, yeah. So we're at the point where we get to choose our character. So we'll go ahead and do that real quick. And then, yeah, that's random. Oh, okay, yeah. Jodie Comer. And then what's his name? David Harbour, that's right. All right, well, we're playing as Jodie because Jodie's in 28 years later. And surprisingly, she doesn't like horror movies. I had no idea. All right, let's see here. We'll play as Jodie here. Mike, what's up? Long time no see, man. How are you? I got some pictures and stuff to share from the red carpet event.
Where is everyone?
Some video footage.
It's a big place. Maybe they're on the other side of the house.
Stay here. I'll have a look.
Okay. But Hokey, how you know? Yeah, you can choose either or in this game, and the game's really good. It's not very long, so I would get it if it's on sale. But I mean, it is a really good game. I enjoyed it anyway. All right. So they scanned her in. For anybody that's not seen that, they scanned both of them in, which I think is so freaking cool when they do that. I always want to turn on my Pit Boy, but that's not an option. Now is it? Look at that. Magazine. It's a chain. Can't remember if things are like highlighted or not in this game. I remember I kept on searching like all the containers and never got a damn thing. I do remember that, and it was so fucking painful. Get a flashlight now? No, apparently not. I can't see shit. There it is, flashlight. Good. Yay! Please let me use it. Kitchen garden key. Okay. Switch on your flashlight. Right trigger. Sounds good to me. Fantastic. Look at these little mini lockers. That's adorable. Okay. We haven't been in this one, have we? But yeah, I'm gonna like watch some of the brand new like trailer footage and like little excerpts and stuff that and little interviews that Sony put out today. Also later today, they just officially announced that Fallout will be at Halloween Horror Nights. So I'll be going over that because Halloween Horror Nights, most of you guys probably don't know, is one of my favorite things in the whole wide world. I love Halloween Horror Nights. And they're gonna be there. Like when I lived there, I went as many times as I possibly could go. What was that, kitty cat? Emilio's staring at me. Can you bend down? Yeah, she does bend down. I don't see anything. She doesn't like that apparently. She's been squatting down the entire time. Can't say I blame her. This is gonna need a key that we probably don't have.
Well, I don't think I'll be able to get in there.
Oh, I don't think you will either. Didn't she jump? Mother, Mary, and Joseph. All right, let's see here. I wish I remembered more of the video game, but I don't. Could just flew right through this. Can't wait for you to see those weird ass spider things again. Shut it. Probably be your next purchase. All right. Crows.
This must be older than Derceto. They've built the house around it. I need the key.
I need the key. Hold left bumper to take a closer look at your environment. This may reveal interaction points. Okay. I don't remember doing that last time. I feel like it showed an interaction point and then it just went away. There we go. Here we go. This is probably has nothing inside of it. Oh, it has bullets. Hot damn. I remember getting lost in here quite a few times last time. Well, shit. Shit, fire, molasses. Can't go that way. Oh, isn't there like a ladder or something over this way? Tell us the nah. That must be later. A lot of blood there. Look at that blood. Yikes. Here's a container to search. Aid. 2 of 2 for containers. It's at least good. I mean, I'll take it. Last time I think I searched like 20 containers and get one thing out of it. Is this where I came from? Oh, fuck, it is. Alright, we don't need to go this way, obviously. Let's see here. More on this side. Health and then all. Alright. So what the fuck am I missing? I can't go in here.
I don't think I'll be able to get in there.
I can't go into the other door. There's no ladder there yet. Just look and see if we see anything with this. Oh, can I go up the stairs? I thought I couldn't go up the stairs. Maybe I can. This is locked. Locked.
I
Yep.
need the key.
Yeah, we know. It's like there look like there's like something up here that you can interact with, but when I get up here, there's nothing up here. See, yeah, this is chained off. No interaction point. I swore there was like somebody sitting in here last time. Alright, when the fuck am I missing? Is this a key? Hold on. Hot damn. Probably should have read what that was, but didn't do it. I think it's for outside. Nope.
I'll just take this.
Will you now? I feel like they could have used her acting talents a little bit better. And this. Instead of making them do the flat, like, I'll just take this. I don't know why video games always insist on doing that. Probably because it takes too long to like try to match stuff up, I guess. bullets, Bible.
Every day your silence weighs a little heavier. It's been a difficult year for everyone, and many have lost all hope. I read in the papers about people suffering. Pictures of dust-covered landscapes without a drop of water. I wish I knew if you were still tending the earth, or if you had turned your back against us. I have started to look for help elsewhere. I pray you will tell me if I am going down a path that you find disagreeable. With help from Baptiste and Charlotte, I found comfort in the practice of the voodoo. I have long been skeptical of that Caribbean cult, but it's been of good use to me. It seems all harmless in my book. I say some words dreamt up by the Creoles, and I carry around a small pocket of gris-gris. Nothing of this is mentioned in the Bible, of course, but the French Quarter priestess tells me it's all connected. She says the Christian God is just one more perspective on the creator of things. That's what I like to think, but the other way around. That the spirits of her faith are just aspects of you, our Heavenly Father. I am so grateful for the words you gave Mr. Hartwood. We will sing your praises at St. John's Eve. The world will be blessed soon again. Only the sacrifices of the Old Testament compare to your demands. Let it be the truth. A mother of earth, wood, and dirt. A mother of 1,000 young.
Sacred sand, $1. Black cat oil, $1.50. Devil shoestrings, a quarter. That makes $2.75, madame.
What was that you were telling the doctor? A goat without horns. What does that mean?
Ah, you must have misheard me, madame. I said no such thing.
Please. I know I don't look like any of you, but I'm devout. I'm ready to do what it takes.
Do not be so eager to sacrifice the few things you have left, madame. Now please, leave my store.
A goat without horns.
Goat without horns. Alright. So there's our first thing. Alright, let's go ahead and we'll stop playing for half a second. Doot. Save game. Save. Alright. Let's go ahead and we'll look at some of this stuff. I don't think it'll be too loud. I can probably mute it. All right. So let's start with media player. Here we go. So here's some footage. Some of these I took, and some of them people that I met took. I think I took this one, if I'm not mistaken. If not, I'll be in the background in like 5 seconds. Let's see here. Where is the sound? Hold on. Do I not have the sound turned on? I don't. On my end. You guys should be able to hear it just fine. Nope, apparently not. There it is. So this is me, obviously. So this is Aaron Taylor Johnson. So he's in the movie. He played Kick-Ass. He was in Bullet Train. He's been in a ton of stuff. He was like Craven, I think. And then Quicksilver. So he's a ton of stuff. 28 decades. That'd be awesome. Oh Lord, Aaron Taylor Johnson. Yes, delicious. Godzilla. Was he in Godzilla? Maybe. Let's see here. So yes. And then let me show you some of the other ones here. Here he is again. He's really nice. She's the one that got the selfie that I didn't get. Her right there with the green hair. Move somebody's drink for him. And then let me make sure you guys saw that. Yeah, okay, good. And then let's see here. Here's one where he's like super close up. I mean, like it's only a second. Because I was like trying to get the, he was like right there. So I was trying to get another selfie with him. It didn't happen because he left like right after that. Let's see here. Is this? Is this mine? I think this one's mine. Nope, this is him. Okay. So you can see this is before the event started, and they're showing up, and the others when they're leaving. There's Danny. You can hear me. I'm like, holy crap. I love Danny Boyle. He was probably the best thing about going to it because he was like a little kid the entire time. Like he's so excited about this movie. Like it was just palpable, like how excited he was for the movie to come out, and that just makes me that much more excited about it. I'm I'm a huge fan, number one, of his movies to begin with. Like he's one of my favorite directors. But like 28 years later, I have been waiting for him to make this sequel for forever. I mean, it's like been, I think, 23 years. Anyway, like he talked about doing it, and then they released like 28 weeks later, and after 28 days, but he didn't have anything to do with that one. And then they said they were going to do 28 months later, and then that kind of drug for forever. So they said it was closer to 28 years later, so they went with 28 years later. And this is going to be in 3 parts. So the first 2 have already been filmed. The third one has not, and that's the one that Killian's supposed to be in. That at least that's what he's going to have some part in it, is what he said. And all of it was written by Alex Garland, who wrote the original movie as well. They actually went back and forth with the script for this for a while, it sounds like, anyway. Let me see what you guys are saying. Jim, I wish. Jim's not in the movie. So that's why I didn't see him. He's not in the movie. Or that's what they're saying, is that he's not in the movie. He's just an executive producer. I do have some interviews that he's in on YouTube that we'll look at. But he was an executive producer of the movie. I know he was filming Peaky Blinders. Peaky fucking Blinders. But no Selena, no Jim. Which I definitely want to know what happened to them. Both of them. So no Jim. I know of Aaron originally from like 2008 when he did some cute teen movie. Hilarious. Let's see here. Is that a picture? That's a picture. That one's a movie. Picture. Here's Jodie leaving. And she's just like, nope, bye-bye. Nope, goodbye. And then here she is coming in. then gone. Gone. Just like that. Just like that. She was so nervous though. And then here she is talking on whatever the morning show is. I didn't like record too much because I was trying to be present, because I'm like, if I'm looking at my phone and recording it, is it any better than watching it on YouTube? So like I would put it down. Like I'd look at it and then just try to hold it in the same spot. So like that's why I didn't get her when she turned around, because I was trying not to look at that. I was trying to actually look at her so I could be present for the moment. I did that with everything that I was recording, because I was like, it's not going to be any different than being like watching it on fucking YouTube and they're standing right in front of me. Let's see. We'll switch over to pics. So here I am with Danny Boyle. That's the director. That's the only person I got a selfie with, but I love him, so I was really happy that I got that. I almost got Aaron Taylor Johnson. Almost. So close. Let's see here. Can you see that? No. This thing's being a pain in the butt. Oh, okay, hold on. We'll do it like this then. Maybe. Oh, it's not doing it. No sound for what? For Jodie? Or for the pictures? All the videos? Well, that sucks. Thanks for letting me know after the fact. Let's see here. I wonder what I need to do for that. Can I do system? If I do, there it is. Can you hear that? No? It's pretty funny. Let's see here. They're talking about football. They're not talking about anything important with the other. So I got sound on my end, and I added in the thing. I can't put it into the browser. I mean, I could upload them, but that'll take forever. Auxiliary, maybe? Media player, here we go. I think I got it. Now we'll see if it works.
Physiotherapist, so he's been working at the club kind of longer than I've been born.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So he's
That's a big job because, you know, when footballers, they like to, I think, milk their injuries.
I think that's probably, I've definitely seen some
When
exaggeration.
you see them
I watch the
fall
game.
down,
Yeah.
it seems very extreme.
Would you be that guy that go on the field and treat them on the field, or
No, not necessarily afterwards.
After,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, he loves it. He's like me in a sense, like he loves his job, so it's a
Yeah.
real passion. So it's lovely to kind of watch.
Did you go to the games?
So there's that. Let me see. I was gonna say, that's a picture. Hold on.
I look worried.
That is Aaron.
Everybody's like there. The people were just there for the autograph.
That's it?
Let's
Let's get out of this car. Hey, there he is. You want it? Somebody get an autograph. Hey.
Hi, sir. How are you doing?
Hello.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, good.
Can't wait to watch the movie. I'm a big fan.
I hope you enjoy it. Yeah.
I'm sure I will enjoy it.
Can't wait.
I'm sure.
I cannot wait. I've been waiting a long time.
Can I take a selfie, sir, please? Thank you, sir.
All right.
Thank you so
There he is. There's that.
Just a second. Just a second.
I think he really said it. Oops, shit. I just shut that. Is that a movie? Movie, JPEG. That one's a movie. See if I open it back.
I know.
He needs you on the ad too.
I want them to.
Thank you.
I want them to move, somebody said. I wonder who said that. There's so many people there. Let's see. I think one of these is a movie. I thought I had a movie of this, but maybe I don't. Nope. All right. We'll head back over to pics. If I can get that working for whatever reason that it doesn't want to work. All right. Let's see if we can fix that. Now, is it going to let me scroll them or not? Because it looks like it's not going to. That's stupid. All right. Because it used to have, there it is. So there's some different pics. This is the actual event that I went to. I'm like over here somewhere. This is somebody else in the crowd. I didn't have that good of a view. Like I was right, like on this side, like probably actually like right here. And so like I got side profiles almost the entire time. And then that's Kelly and Mark. That doesn't have any sound for me either, just FYI. More Kelly and Mark. That's the video that I took. Let's see. Kelly and Mark. That I took. You see, I took all these right there. Of course, that one's mine. There's the girl with the hair that got the picture with Aaron. And then this is the place I went to, 92nd New York. It's Happy, Sad, Confused. It's the podcast with Josh. I think his name's Horowitz. I don't think there's any more pictures. I think it's all video. Yep, that's it. So that is all of that. Really? Not you. You. Axel, welcome. How are you? that selfie with Danny needs to be customized in 20. Yeah, no shit, dude. Very relatable. Yeah. I did not go to the premiere. I wish I went to the premiere. This was just a red carpet event. It's part of the press junket. Screen Rant had a thing that I didn't get a ticket to. I tried really hard to get a ticket, but they showed the first 28 minutes and they did like a little question and answer thing. They showed a couple things that hadn't been showed before at the event that I went to. They had I think it was like a 5 or 8 minute clip at the very end that had never been shown, and it was like later into the movie supposedly. Anyway, I did not stay for that because I was like, I need to see if I can get signatures and selfies. And so I tried to circle back around. I went back outside, got the footage, so I saw them leave because they left while that was being shown. But no luck, because it was full of people, the scalpers that were out there, trying to get the signatures beforehand. So they were all up front anyway. Big hype with the new infected, the slow, the alpha, and the berserker. Yeah, I was going to say, they won't say all of what the slow is. There's another name that goes with it because Jodie accidentally said it during our thing. She said the slow, and then she was like, because apparently they got to talk about it. One of the girl that took me to Kelly and Mark, she was going to tell me about it. I was like, no. I'm like, don't tell me, because she got to see it because it was in 28 years later. The only thing they tell us is that they eat grubs and stuff. Like, that's the way they survive. So I was like, wow. Because they said, they're all jacked up on rage, which means that they would probably be burning calories and stuff like that. They'd be burning through whatever energy they got. Yeah, I know 100%. Selfie with Danny, dude. Danny's fucking legend, dude. Legends. I was going to say, I really wanted to meet Jodie, though. She is fantastic. Let's see. All right, let's get into some of these with 28 years later, because I haven't seen them, and I want to see them. So we'll start with this trailer. This was from 5 months ago. This should have been the December one.
Hold on, before you pay for yet another app to manage your team, let me introduce you to Connect Team, the one platform that replaces all of these. I'm talking about
commercials. All right. You're not having to watch commercials with my stuff today. Guys.
Wait, sit here. Sit. Auntie, what's going on? Jimmy, sit still, keep quiet, and do not move from this spot.
I did get to see the first I think 8 minutes or something of the movie. So I've seen this is the beginning of the movie. This is.
Seven, 6, 11, 5, 9 and 20 miles today, 4, 11, 17, 32 the day before. Boots, moving up and down again. There's no discharge in the water.
So let's see what this says.
Boots, moving up and down again.
Counselor, Seamster, Watchtower, all British spelling.
There's no discharge in the war. Don't.
Behold the community. Behold the community with the clouds, Jimmy. So Jimmy quite possibly could be the bad guy, is what they were saying. I don't know. This is all speculation. I don't know anything to be fact. But there's a whole bunch of stuff online about Jimmy. Or is it Samson? I can't remember. It might be Samson's the bad guy. Anyway, I've only done a little bit of digging because I don't want to get too spoiled. Because I will figure it out too fast anyway. You can ask Carl. They showed me a movie and he was like, I'll be surprised if you get this one. And I had it, I think, within the first 5 minutes, the end of the movie. So, excellent movie though. So, that sound clip is actually used by the CIA to try to break down their agents, to try to teach them what it'll be like to be tortured. They actually use that clip. And I really, like, that was the question I actually asked Danny when I was at the thing, because they gave us note cards. And, yeah, no, they didn't answer it. Carl's like, ridiculous. I know. What was the name of that movie that we watched? I figured it out in like 5 minutes. Something, was it Shoes? So fucking good, though. I like to watch that again. It was really good. I might have to buy it. Boots, boots, boots.
Don't look at what's in front of you. Boots, 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 moving up and down again. Men go mad with watching them. There's no discharge in the war. If your eyes...
I want to know that right there. I want to know who's in this fucking mask. Like, I need to know what that is. So bad. Dead man's shoes. Thank you. Yeah.
Drop, they will get the top of you.
Look at this big motherfucker.
Boom, 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 boom.
There's the slow. See that? Yikes. It looks like a manatee. It even looks like a manatee with all the, like, cut marks in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, from the propellers from the boats and stuff.
Boom, moving up and down again. There's no discharge in the war.
So this is the Bone Tower. There's Ralph Fiennes. This is Jodie. She has a baby. You can see.
To think of something different. Oh, I thought me from going lunatic. Moving up and down again. There's no discharge in the war. 7, 6, 11, 5, 4, 17, 32 the day before.
Alright, let's see here. So good. Alright, let's go back. So this is Sony. This is 15 hours ago. Cinemas only. Let's see what this one is.
The affection takes away their minds. It's got no mind, it's got no soul. Kill it.
There are many kinds of death. Some are better than others.
Motherfucker.
Many kinds of death. Some are better than others.
Oh, look at that guy. Oh, look at that dude.
He's yours.
I'm upset that other countries.
If you don't know where to start in Top Heroes World, the Springland is a great place to start. There are low-level...
The affection takes away their mind.
Alright, so that was 15 hours ago. Let's see here. This is Sony. This is 1 month ago. So here's a different trailer. Look at all the dead. So many dead. So many dead people.
So many dead. infected and non-infected alike.
That's why our home is so precious.
I wonder if that's supposed to be actual drawings from people in the thing.
You know, I feel he's a bit young. He's ready, Chen.
7, 6, 11, 5.
I want to know what all these pictures are in here. I mean, like, they got shit
You know,
between everything.
I feel he's a bit young. He's ready, Chen.
This guy's rape whistle.
7, 6.
Oh man, it's so quick I can't pause it. That does not look good. That looks like a bunch of dead people laying around like the big guy. Or is it somebody else? Because they look like they have a crown on. I don't know. Interesting.
7, 5.
Once you walk onto that mainland, there's no rescues.
Moving up and down again. Don't. Look at what's in front of you.
God, I love it.
Count the bullets in the bandoliers.
Oh, that was good.
There are many kinds of death. And some are better than others.
This is a glorious day. A day of judgment. My children!
There's no discharge in the war.
Premium format's my ass, not around here. I went to try to get IMAX tickets. They're not even showing it in IMAX. I'm like, bastards. I think I'll be in Columbus by that point anyway. All right, let's get back to the game for a little bit, and then we'll come back and we'll watch some more. Because we got behind the scenes, we have all these little guys. And then this is brand new. There's so much stuff. So much stuff to look at. Oops, wrong thing. Boots. Moving up and down again. All right, let's see here. No joke, dude. Every time I turn off my controller, it says that I need a controller, but it waits a long time. All right, let's see here. Here's a video game. Let me see what YouTube's trying to tell me. Whatever. All right. So, let's go back to this. Get back to Jodie. Somebody's a weed whacking. Can we get to these keys? No. Why don't I have it. Can you guys hear sound at all? That's what I did. Yep, that's what I did. How are you supposed to know which things to get into here? Bullets. Those. Little mini fridge there. Bullets. So I'm saying like we should be able to get in these keys there. Ooh. Meats! Take that. There's a dead rat. Nice rat poison. The Flying Dutchman. Oh, I guess this counts it from all the times. Death of the author. Huh.
What was that?
Forbidden knowledge. Carry over from game to game. Nice. Apparently I missed that one last time, huh? More dead rats. Yikes. Boots, boots, boots. No game video? You can't see what I'm doing? Oh, fuck. Thanks, guys. I love you. Can you hear it now, though, Carl? It's not very loud. Can you hear the little click, click? Click, 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 click. Say I found dead rat. Some bullets. I'll show you the dead rat. Now open the door back up. More keys. Pick up another one. See, I found dead rat over here. Yikes. And meats. More dead rats. Everywhere. Alright, let's see. Boots, boots, boots. Did I do that? Oh, that's that noise I heard. Something opened up the stove. Interesting. Bread. Cheese, ramen. There's anything over here. Nope. Alright. Bugaboos. Bullets. Maybe I'm playing on a less difficulty or something. Nope, there's the first container that's empty. So I was gonna say all the containers have had something in them thus far. go to say that, and that happens.
I need the key.
I need the key. Alright, Joe. Sabotage clue.
Please do not touch the boiler. It is working after all. While the sabotage has caused a leak, only the decorative plate has been completely ruined. Let's wait for Mr. Chance to turn up and he can take a look at the leak. Mr. Waits.
Yay! Mr. Waits.
That doesn't look safe.
No, it's not. You're right about that. Figure out a way to turn this thing on. Maybe the puzzles. We're inside the house. Complicated. Right on top of the toilet. Gross. Yeah, that's nasty. Can't look in that purse. What's the point of me coming here? You're in West Tech? Nice. So you never got the thing working then? Floor plans, okay. Piazza key.
What's this?
Apparently that does not open it. What the hell's that? Oh, sewing kit.
Sunday, June 22nd. I spent all day looking for Jeremy. I should have cared for the others, but I'm scared that he will do something irreversible. Cassandra is upset that I didn't give her the latest shipment of pain medication that Waits brought from the post office yesterday. I would have given it to her, but the company didn't send a new key this time around, so the box is just sitting there on my desk. They must have figured we had plenty of their gimmicky keys by now. I only remember seeing one lately. Grace was playing with it inside the grand parlor. Unless it turns up by itself, it will have to wait. I have to figure out where Jeremy is. I think Jack knew something. That dog of his found a strange rot permeating the house. She's showing us, he said. Like those blots and streaks of fetid rot was talking to him.
We got all that. Okay. Explored, completed. Nice. Nice. Okay.
I need the key.
I need the key. There's all the blood.
The Great Depression. President Hoover raises tariffs on over 20,000 imported goods in an act to protect American labor. Following the collapse of the Wall Street stock market on October 24 last year, American industry has suffered greatly. Thousands of companies have gone bankrupt and left a large part of the American workforce unemployed. In an attempt to turn the tide, the Smoot-Hawley Tariff Act has been signed by President Herbert Hoover. By regulating commerce with foreign countries, the government hopes to encourage the industries of the United States to compete with cheap foreign imports. Superstition on rise. New Orleans voodoo stores and spiritual mediums see increased profit during troubled times. While the market has faced hard times ever since Black Thursday of last year, voodoo doctors and snake charmers see significant rise in number of customers. With the coming Eve of St. John on the 23rd, the police expect increased cult activity around Bayou St. John, the southern shore of Lake Pontchartrain. Voodoo rituals in that area on the Eve of St. John have a long tradition reaching back to the first snake worshippers brought as slaves from West Africa. During the 19th century, its practice was popularized by the legendary Marie Laveau and has since been embraced by many of the Creoles and the surviving aristocracy of the French Quarter. Author seeks asylum. Rumors regarding author Cassandra Beauregard making Derceto her home verified. Derceto Hospital is an old plantation building on the eastern shores of Lake Pontchartrain. While often considered an asylum for the insane, residing Dr. Elmore Lee Gray prefers to think of it as a convalescent home, a place where you can go to rest. The patient list is kept secret, but thought to include many of the black sheep of wealthy families, because at Derceto, treatment does not come for free. Local author Cassandra Beauregard has now been confirmed by her own admission. She's been lauded as a powerful Creole voice and written many successful books. Lately it was reported from Hollywood that she has finished a moving picture manuscript titled Slaughter Gulch. That film is set to hit the theaters next year.
Slaughter Gulch. God, the boots thing is stuck in my head. Boots.
I need the key.
Okay. There's a potted plant that got knocked down, it seems. Like there's anything there. Bar. Here we go. Cutscene.
Wait, don't.
Excuse me? Do you know where I can find Jeremy Hartwood?
Of course not.
McCarthy, what are you doing? I told you not to lose sight of the girl.
Don't you worry, Mags. I'll find that little rascal.
Who are you people? What are you doing here?
I'm sorry about all this, but I'm looking for my uncle. His name is Jeremy Hartwood.
What are you doing, child? You shouldn't be alone. Go find McCarthy.
Who are you? Are you here for the Fay Dodo?
Go upstairs now.
My name is Emily Hartwood. I'm the niece of Jeremy Hartwood. This is Detective Carnby.
The police? Why are you here?
No, I'm a private investigator. Sorry to bother you. My client's worried about her uncle. He's a patient here at Derceto. If you don't mind, could you direct us where to find him?
No, I can't. Jeremy has gone missing. If you leave your information, I will make sure to contact you.
Wait, he ran away?
No, he won't leave the house. He's around here somewhere, and both of our orderlies are looking for him.
That's unacceptable. Where's Dr. Gray? I want to speak with him immediately.
Fine, I'll ask him.
Wait here and don't touch anything.
Do you want to see Jeremy's room?
Can you show us?
Follow me.
That's not disturbing at all.
Thank you. Strange kid.
Let's look around, see what we can find.
Every night the dark man stands opaque at the threshold of my room, counting the days until my spirit spills out of my tired shape. Only his pallid mask shelters my remaining sanity. Staring directly into the face of that demonic sultan would surely sunder time itself. Would he have looked the same to my father as he struggled for his life? Does his veiled face haunt my niece quite the same way? I wish so that I could rest my soul in that sunburnt convent of Tarawea. Would I find you there, Juan? Or Senora Perosi, back from the beyond? Every night I hide from him, moving from one misshapen memory to another. Scenes conjured out of fantasy and delirium. Places I struggle to even paint. I wish I understood your death, Senora. Is there anything I could do for you but bury you in that bleak necropolis? That triumphant chapel rising above the ledges and the oven vaults shall be your sepulchre, where you may rest, and I shall weep.
Better Boiler, Miss Jackson, the Voodoo Priestess. They're becoming dangerous. They need to understand what they're doing. I must do something to stop them. I tried talking to Dr. Gray, but he confuses my worries. He's caught up in treating me. How can he expect evil to be cured with medicine and conversation? Everybody's deranged. Unless I can find the clerk, Mr. Watts. He seems to be a clear-thinking man. The dark man offered me a prison. I accepted. I signed that miscarried contract and entered a dark pact. Everyone is safe except for me. Interesting. Yeah, that's right. We'll need that for later, won't we? Yes. Alright, let's go here and use that.
I found a commonplace book.
What's that?
A notebook with all kinds of stuff in it. Do you know a place called Tarawea?
Never heard of it. Is it close?
I've no idea. Just seems like it was a place Jeremy wanted to visit.
Good to know.
Alright, let's go try this puzzle. Maybe. Yay!
Have you ever seen anything like this? Looks like a talisman.
You mean like this one?
It's not disturbing at all.
Can you find me a knife to cut the canvas? I want to take this with me.
You want to take the painting? Sure, I'll find one. I found this tube as well. Should keep it safe for you. Do you want to carry it or should I? Miss Hartwood? Emily?
I'll take it. Thank you.
We're done here, right?
I'm not sure. I don't know how to do any of this.
Listen, I think we should talk to Dr. Gray. He must know something about what's going on around here.
Okay. Let's do that.
Come on, I don't want to be here all night.
Detective Carnby? Where did... What on earth is happening? What is this place? I can't go that way. This can't be.
I was gonna be throwing at enemies to distract them. I don't think I needed that, but I did get attacked, so I can't remember if I healed or not. She gonna die, mostly. Mostly.
Is that you?
Baptiste?
How'd you get here?
I was back at Derceto. Looking for my Uncle Jeremy?
Jeremy's your uncle. I didn't know.
Why would you? You're still working at Derceto?
Yeah, both me and Lotta stuck around. We're real orderlies now. You remember my sister Lotta, don't you?
What happened, Baptiste? How are we here?
You know about the dark man haunting your uncle?
I'm familiar with his mental state.
I think we all in his head somehow. Because these streets are real, but they're not like on any map. Nah, this is like when you remember something, but in the wrong way.
Do you know how to get back to Derceto? I'm not safe here.
Truer words have yet been spoken, Mrs. Marcus.
Don't call me that. It's Miss Emily Hartwood. There's no reason to call me anything else.
I'm sorry, Miss Emily. I'm just trying to tell you like it is. This place ain't safe for no one. There's evil hiding in the dark.
How do I get back?
Only Jeremy knows how. He has this juju necklace guiding him.
You mean this talisman?
Mm-hmm. Just like it. He says it's been protecting him ever since he got it from Miss Jackson down the street.
You know where it came from? Have you been there?
I was there no more than 1 hour ago looking for Jeremy. Locked it up to keep the ghouls from getting inside. You can have the key if you want.
Yay, key.
Thank you. I'll take a look.
Stay safe, miss.
Yay. I need all those bullets after I shot that guy like 7 times. Got flipping nowhere with it. Let's check this back. Maybe we can't. Never mind. Alright.
Are you staying here?
For a while. Want to see if Jeremy shows up.
Come on, game.
I can't go that way. Uh-oh, what's this? My weapon broke!
Just in time, didn't you? No shit. Fuck that. Big ass monster. Need a lot of fucking bullets for that. Where's a brick at? Or something. Taste, you can come out here and help me with this big ass motherfucker. Yeah, he's still there. Shit. Okay, what item can we throw him? 'Cause I don't see it. Here we go. I'm like, should I throw it at it or throw it and make it go somewhere else? I think I should throw it at it. Oh, fuck me. Fuck me, run it! Run, bitch, run! Oh, fuck me, run! Fuck, run! Bitch, run! Jeremy, run faster. Woo! We used all those bricks. Oh well. I tried to pick up that one. I was like going past it. But I couldn't get it to pick up. It's on the ground. I was like, I don't have time to stop and try to mess with this shit. Kill me. It's gonna eat me. I need more bullets. Back, what's up? How are you? Welcome. Boots, boots, boots. There's another frickin' brick. There's another one. Damn, I could have used all these bricks. Poor little baby. Our nose is bleeding. Fuck. Blood sacrifice. Chicken bones, liver. That's so gross. Carrots, gross. Here it is. It's upstairs, so. We should save this. Bimmy! I'm not in the wasteland today, man. It's definitely dystopian, though. How's your day going, dude? Gotta charge my phone. We'll be lurking. Alright, dude. Thanks, Carl. Jodie, run, bitch, run! God damn it, run, Jodie. Run faster. Fuck, bitch. Pick this up. Save your life. There he is! Fuck it! Fuck it! Chuck it! That's bullets. Come on, bitch! Do I want to let me pick up these bullets? Irritating. Because I know I can carry 20. There it goes. Hold on. There we go. Thank God. Okay. Another Molotov. Good to know. Good to know. Full of bullets. Okay, well. We need them when we come back out. Thank you guys for all the likes.
This must be Miss Jackson's place.
Sorry, Miss Jackson.
Let's see if we can find out more about Jeremy's talisman.
There's voodoo doll. More blood. Always a good sign.
It looks exactly like Jeremy's talisman.
Alright, we got talisman. Old talisman shaped over centuries. The engraving of the numbers looks to be less than 100 years old. But the base could be from antiquity. The polished black sunstone in the middle has a glass finish and occasionally gives the impression of hiding a picture within itself. Gotta use it to get back to Deserto. God knows she's gonna need help if I'm fucking directing her around. I swear there's something on that table. Can't get in that door. Alright. Fair enough. This one. Oh, it's the same door we came in. Just kidding. Can't get through that one either, huh? Alright. So we came all the way up here for the talisman and that was it? There's nothing else? Do we need a key for that or what? This is not saying she needs the key. It makes me think that we have the key. Oh, bitch. Oh, what's this? Oh.
I think it's meant to hold the talisman.
Oh, that's right. Not where I want to be, but it's a start 358.
I'm not sure what numbers I should use. Maybe there's something in Jeremy's notes.
So 358. Where's the number lock at this thing? Oh, okay, it says 8. Okay. I see it on the side. There we go. We're going back.
What's that picture in the glass? Where is that?
Okay. So what happened? Oh, the door's open now. Creepy.
Good to see you again, Miss Hartwood. Mrs. Thompson told me you were here. She also alerted me that you brought a detective with you. I'm very curious to hear what this is all about. You don't remember me, do you, Miss Hartwood? We met at your family's house in the Garden District, when your uncle was about to be admitted under my care.
No, I remember. Sorry. I'm not really feeling well.
Oh, well, in that case, have a seat. Let me make you a drink. I don't seem to have made much of an impression on you. On the other hand, I can vividly recall you and your parents.
Because of our cheerful disposition, I'm sure.
You are far too intelligent to think that. You come from a joyless family, Miss Hartwood. The only amusement I took from my visit was discovering that the young lady's drink was an old-fashioned.
Very astute. Is that supposed to make you seem attentive or intelligent?
Whatever you prefer. Are you ready to tell me why you are here, Miss Hartwood? And why you brought a detective?
I received a letter from my uncle. He seems certain that he was in danger here. If I find out you're treating him badly, I'll be taking him back with me to New Orleans.
Really? Is he going to live with you in your tiny garçonniere? That would be a spectacular way to ratify your spinsterhood. Because you are well aware that your father would never let him back in his house. No, I have it. Maybe you can bring him back up north. You've been wanting to move back for quite a few years, haven't you? You always preferred your mother's side of the family. Jeremy is free to leave with you, I won't object. However, there is one problem, as you might have learned. He is, in fact, missing.
Do you know where he could have gone?
No, I'm afraid I don't. I have my staff looking for him. I'm sure he will show up eventually. Especially if he learns that you are here. He is quite fond of you.
What can you tell me about his condition? I never heard a proper diagnosis. What is your medical opinion of him?
Well, let me think. He is an anxious man, depressed, even. He suffers from a perceived lack of order in his inner and outer life. He constantly complains about events not presenting themselves according to their divine nature.
And the Dark Man?
Hard to tell if it was ever anything specific. Jeremy uses the Dark Man as a psychological scapegoat to avoid facing the truth that he is in any way at fault.
You don't think there can be any truth to the Dark Man's supernatural existence?
Why would you ask that?
Can we ever be sure?
If the Dark Man is some sort of evil presence that is in possession of Jeremy?
Well,
I assure you, any evidence that you experience supporting that claim is purely delusional. Don't get caught up in mass hysteria, Miss Hartwood. You wouldn't want to take your uncle's place in this hospital, would you?
I'll be leaving now, Doctor. I need to keep looking for my uncle.
Do so, Miss Hartwood. I'll let you know if he shows up.
Chapter 2. There's only 5 chapters, by the way.
Detective Carnby! God, I'm glad to see you. I was afraid you had left.
Me? You're the one who just disappeared.
It's hard to explain. I think I blacked out. It was like I went somewhere else.
It's okay, miss. You're clearly upset.
No, I don't know what's happening.
This is a very stressful situation for you, I understand.
Ugh, no, you don't understand.
Just take a deep breath. Why don't you sit down, smoke some of the perique? If you want, I could even drive you back to New Orleans. I just want to have a talk with Dr. Gray first.
I want to stay. I found a talisman just like the one in the painting. I think I might be able to figure out where Tarawea is, where Jeremy wanted to go.
That's great. Just stay out of trouble, okay? Let me handle the investigation.
I'm not crazy, Detective. Not yet.
Okay, catch you later.
What a dick! Jodie.
If a talisman like this can open up doors between the French Quarter and Derceto, then maybe Jeremy is hiding in some strange other world. Like Tarawea, the place he mentioned in the book. No matter where he is, it's clear that my search won't be limited to Derceto.
Alright. We're back in here again. Can we get in here? Yes, we can. Batista's key. Repairing the boiler.
Saw your notice in the boiler room. You should know Mr. Chance won't be coming back. I got no business being in there myself, but you can take a valve from the wine cellar if you want to try to stop the steam pouring out. Be careful.
Right. Wine cellar. What's this? Broken plates.
Paul, you're right about the plates on the boiler and the clock. They have been sabotaged, and I think I know who did it. They have something to do with Jeremy's episodes and how he seems to disappear at night. Right now, it's important that you keep an eye out for any of the pieces. I want to find out if I can repair the plates. Let me know if you find any of them. Lottie.
Tell Lottie to take a look at the well in the kitchen garden.
Well, we looked at that earlier.
Dr. Elmore Lee Gray is DeSeto's chief doctor. Accounting and all administrative work is handled by me, Paul Waits. Magdalena Thompson, or Mags, is responsible for the household. Jean-Baptiste and Charlotte Tabois are responsible for keeping the guests' medical regimens in check. Finally, Jack Chance is our gardener, who can occasionally be seen in the conservatory, but is for the most part busy outside. There are currently 6 guests at DeSeto. Malcolm McCarthy and Ruth Tallant reside on the first floor. Jeremy Hartwood, Elisabetta Perosi, Grace Saunders, and of course, Cassandra Beauregard live on the second floor.
Looks sturdy. Doubt I'll be opening this.
Cassandra Beauregard, the beloved author. Very exciting, isn't it? What do you want to put down for reason for admission?
What her agent told us. Cassandra suffers from writer's block and needs to finish her moving picture script before the end of June. Mr. Chardot suggests Cassandra's heavy use of barbiturates is holding her back and risks ruining her career.
And how should we summarize her personal history?
Let's keep it short. Cassandra Beauregard is a beloved crime author who managed to pull herself out of poverty and into stardom. 5 years ago, she tried killing herself by jumping off a balcony. The incident left her a cripple, and now relies heavily on her wheelchair.
And for diagnostic impressions?
Cassandra suffers chronic back pain following her suicide attempt. She self-administers morphine to keep herself ambulant, but has become addicted, and the desired effect is now lost. The drug abuse clouds her mind, and she is unable to focus on real life. To save herself from this insight, she instead makes up stories to fill out the gaps in her own thought process, resembling the Korsakoff syndrome.
Oh, bravo, Doctor. How will you treat her?
First of all, she needs to be weaned from her drug addiction, and hopefully it will resolve her compulsive lying. Then look into permanently numbing her pain in her back through surgery. Finally, deal with her suicidal thoughts.
Fantastic. With such a short time before June, I really hope she gets better soon.
We will do what we can.
Grace Saunders, 11 years old. Reason for admission?
The mother insists on strict supervision by a proper gentleman to avoid further perversion of Grace's adolescence.
Personal history?
Grace's family possesses modest wealth and status. Her childhood seems ordinary, spending most of her time with private teachers and family friends. Grace's father recently passed away, leaving her mother the sole caregiver.
And diagnostic impressions?
Grace has trouble dealing with her father's death. She is willingly suppressing her feelings on the matter and isn't properly acknowledging the trauma she suffered.
Any planned treatment?
Grace needs nothing out of the ordinary. She simply needs parental guidance. Eventually, we can work on her feelings toward her father.
Thank you, Doctor. I'll finish the paperwork and get her installed. Malcolm McCarthy, 54 years of age. Reason for admission?
McCarthy admitted himself to DeSeto, stating simply that he needs some damn rest.
And personal history.
Feels like a good reason.
McCarthy claims he used to work as a lawyer in Baton Rouge, but says he can't go into details because of some legal dispute. His background remains largely a mystery, except for the occasional clue that he drops in conversation.
Huh. And diagnostic impressions?
McCarthy is an anxious man and an alcoholic. He often tells half-truths due to some deep-seated inability to trust other people.
And how will you treat that?
McCarthy will take some time to open up. Spending time with Jack's dog or the child should be good for him. Their harmless nature will help build his sense of trust.
Yeah, it sounds like he's up.
Thank you, Doc. Elisabetta Perosi, 33 years old? What should I put down as reason for admission?
Well, Perosi broke into Derceto and was found wandering the grand parlor. She was confused and suffered partial amnesia. She insisted she belonged here and offered to pay for her stay.
Right. What do you make of her story?
Perosi claims to have been a member of the Astarte artist colony some 20 years ago. A claim that seems contrafactual due to her young age. She looks to be and even thinks she is 33 years of age. That would make her a child at the time. It seems fair to say that Perosi's story is untrue, deliberately so or not.
Diagnostic impressions? Do you have anything?
Perosi's story is peculiar, because she retracted her story about the artist colony. She no longer claims to be the same person as Elisabetta Perosi. However, my staff's research has confirmed there was a Perosi at that time who was in her early 30s.
I suppose this case will take some time to investigate. How will you go about it?
I wanted to contact the real Perosi, but it seems the whole colony disappeared one night. September 29th, 1915, during a hurricane. I will have to take it slow and figure out what this spell of impersonation could have been.
Oh, I'm sure it will all clear up eventually. Thank you, Doctor. Ruth Talon, 29 years of age. Reason for admission?
Ruth's father wishes that his daughter be removed from New Orleans nightlife for the foreseeable future. He fears that her overly free spirit is tarnishing the family's reputation.
Sounds simple enough. Personal history?
Ruth comes from considerable wealth. Her family owns several hotels and restaurants. Unlike the rest of the family, her sense of adventure has taken her around the world, including France during the Great War as a photojournalist. The last decade, she has provoked many rumors of being a debauched flapper, bordering on nymphomania.
And diagnostic impressions?
Despite her father's frivolous reasons for her to be admitted, Ruth does seem to provide an interesting case. She is refreshingly open and doesn't shy away from talking about her life during the war or her continuous celebration after returning to the States. She is admittedly a sexual deviant and feels no remorse.
And her treatment plan?
Simply staying at Derceto should do wonders for Ruth. If not, at least for her family's reputation. Ruth doesn't need to change, but with therapy I might be able to share with her some sympathy towards her family. I doubt she will settle down and become as dull as the rest of them, but at least she might try to be more discreet in the future.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
Interesting. It's all the patient files except for Jeremy's.
Look, it's a step back. Cheers, kid.
I need the key.
Oh. Don't have any keys.
I need the key.
That's room number 6. Okay, so we just got those. Clerk's office, Dr. Gray's office, empty room. Yeah, I see. Let's see about going upstairs. Yes, I don't.
I need the key.
Good evening, Miss Hartwood. That is your name, isn't it? I would be terribly embarrassed if it wasn't.
You're right. Emily Hartwood, Jeremy's niece. Nice to meet you.
Ruth. Ruth Talon. Is that Perique you're smoking? How terribly quaint.
Maybe so, but I like it.
Would you care to share some? That smell is making me feel very nostalgic.
Is it all that you hope for?
I enjoy your light mockery, Miss Hartwood. I can tell we would make great friends.
How flattering. Too bad you're locked up in this place.
Your insincerity is really refreshing. I wish you were mad as I am, then you could stay.
Give it a few years and I might just be. Lunacy is one of my family's few privileges.
Oh, good. I'll be looking forward to it.
You don't know anything about what happened to Jeremy, do you?
Everyone here is really strange, and it's hard to know what to make of anything you hear. Occasionally, it sounds quite exciting, though. Good versus evil and all that. I'm sorry, but I don't think I have anything useful to share.
It doesn't matter. Thank you for the much-needed break.
Bon voyage.
Lost Plantations of Louisiana, Thierry Briclot, 1917. Derceto was a small plantation on the eastern shore of Lake Pontchartrain. The land was considered difficult for industry and was sold for only $30 to Elia Pickford.
Everything's back to normal.
saki nante ngwen, memprami saki nante ngwen, men le anjeni man yo deshena. What are you doing sneaking around? You almost scared me to death.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to disturb your ritual. I wouldn't have guessed voodoo was in practice at a place like this.
The doctor may be all about science, but I know these roots have power.
You know what's going on here? I have a feeling Derceto is cursed.
There are several players with stakes in this game. Derceto isn't cursed or blessed. It's a battleground. And it would all be a lot better if you could get your uncle out sooner than later.
That's all I'm trying to do.
I wish you the best of luck, Miss Harwood. I really mean that. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to look after my gumbo.
Is that the same thing as a gumbo? I wonder. Alright, let's go this way.
What's that? It's another piece of broken plate. It worked. Ah, what's this?
Nice. Always could use a hatchet.
There we go.
Alright, should we watch some more 28 Years Later stuff? I think we should. Alright, let's see what we got. Not the right thing, huh? There we go. Who's sexual deviant Sandra Bullock? Jeez. Is she now? I had no idea. None whatsoever. Alright, let's see. So we got this right here. Exclusive behind the scenes with Danny Boyle. It's only a minute.
I'm sick of eating the same 4 meals. Factor showed me how delicious and easy dinner can be. I've been making dinners.
How does the rest of the world respond to that? Has the country been quarantined, essentially abandoned?
Holy Island, which is where our film begins, it's protected by a causeway that you can defend, but there's a lack of machinery, no electricity or fuel. Everything that surrounds our lives.
Jim Davies. Doesn't that say James Davies? Isn't his last name Davies? Let's find out, shall we? It's probably on IMDb. Just got home, I can hear what you're sharing, but I can't hear anything you say. Can everybody else hear me? It's super quiet. I was going to say it should be turned all the way up. Yeah, it's all the way up on y'all's end. It's low? I wonder why that is. Because it's turned like all the way flipping up. I mean, how's that? I might have to go in and mess with OBS again. Because it sounds like an OBS issue. How's that? Is it louder now? Let me know. Because I'm waiting. Was it low yesterday? I want to look up Davies and see if this is him real quick. Because I could have swore that was his last name. And it just says Jim. Could have swore it was Davies, though. Anybody? Hokey, Splicer? All right. Well, I'm going to play some more of this then.
Life now, suddenly it's useless. The mainland then becomes somewhere over there, which has
Still lowish. Did it get louder, though? What about now? You can't tell? I'm too low, but the audio for YouTube is too high. All right, what about now? Like, you should be able
There's
to turn it
both
up
promise and threat.
and hear me
When
on top of
countries
the YouTube.
collapse for one reason or another,
Okay, well, I turned down the browser volume.
they're often abandoned. There's a ruthless, pragmatic, dog-eat-dog dimension to the way these things play out.
And the infected, these are extraordinary creatures.
They haven't died and come back to life. They're living people who've got sick and been infected with the rage virus.
All right, so they're not dead, he's saying. That's gross. That's gross. I mean, I guess that's why they're not falling apart, though, either. Let me know what you guys think of the sound. Okay, so I'm going to double the sound. Hopefully that works. I don't know if it'll take effect now or if it will be after. I'm still quieter than the YouTube audio. That's so weird. What about when I'm playing the game? It had to have been this last update. Because I got my mic turned all the way up. Nothing changed? I don't know then. Can turn down the browser stuff again. So that way you guys can turn me up, I guess. I don't know. I'll have to play around with it after I
That
get off here
dictates some
then.
stuff. They need to drink, they need to eat. If they've survived 28 years infected with this disease, what would they look like? Are they similar to anything in the animal kingdom? What would they be similar to?
So
When you're
cool.
doing a movie, you're looking for those images that will terrify people. There's a visceral element to cinema where you have a responsibility to push the envelope as far as you can go.
Son, Spike, finish it!
Spike!
I want that sense of
Not sure. Okay.
suffocating intensity. It doesn't feel like a sequel, it feels like an original film.
Nice. All right, let's see here. See what Jodie has to say.
Being on a Danny Boyle set, I found it to be the most amazing experience. The relationship that the camera seemed to be having with the characters and the story, and seeing how that comes to life. I was quite taken aback because I felt like I'd spent a lot of time outdoors in beautiful locations, and then all of a sudden, I'm being chased. I was scared. There is a kind of tension within it. You can't fake it. When you're in these high intensity situations, it's exhilarating, it's thrilling, it's terrifying. I think what Danny brings to this genre is humanity and emotion.
Damn! Let's see, there's one with Aaron too.
Nancy, what's going on? Jimmy, sit still, keep quiet, and do not move from this spot.
Seven, 6, 11, 5, 9 and 20 miles today, 4, 11, 17, 32 the day before. Boost, 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 boost. Moving up and down again.
I think
There's
it's the
no
same one. Doesn't seem very much
discharge
different
in the
anyway.
war. Don't.
Yeah, no, it's the same. I think it's just slightly cut differently. Let's see here. Where's the one with Aaron at? I say there I am. Let's see if we go here. We might be able to find it.
Being on a Danny Boyle set, I found it to be the most amazing experience in the relationship that the camera seemed to be.
Karate Kid, here we go. Here he is.
My character, Jamie, is part of this community that have survived 20-odd years because they live on the Holy Island, disconnected from the mainland. Like, they don't have doctors, medicine, can only eat what they can grow. They can go hunt, but they have to go hunt on the mainland.
But we can only get here at low tide.
And they have rules. If you leave the island and if you don't return, there's no one going out to look for you. They're going to assume that you've been infected and you're dead and you're gone.
There are no rescues. It's something we learnt the hard way.
It is a bit of a rites of passage for his son to pick up these tools and these skills.
He's a bit young.
He's ready.
The more you kill, the easier it gets.
Now, son!
So good. Let's see. I think there's one with Ralph too. Ray Fiennes. See, it says June 19th there. It says June 20th everywhere else. I'm like, why? Why does it do that? Here it is.
Dr. Ian Kelson is a doctor.
I think I went
Dr.
backwards.
Ian Kelson is a doctor, a humanist, a man who is compassionate. I think he's someone who accepted the fact of death.
Do you know the words memento mori? It means remember death.
How does he live day to day? How has he survived 28 years alone? I was very impressed by the depth of detail about what he is. You might think he's a creepy guy, but he's a complicated figure.
Interesting.
Being on a Danny Boyle set, I found it to be the most amazing experience in the relationship that the camera seemed to be having with the characters and the story, and seeing how that comes to life.
Not that. Doot, doot, doot. Oh, here's something. This is where they actually ask her about the movie, because I have like where they're asking her regular stuff.
Clip from the new film, 28 years later. Tell us about it. We're now 28 years later.
Yes.
As opposed to 28 days.
Days. Yeah, so it's a direct follow-up from the original film, directed by Danny Boyle. And essentially now the UK has been put under a kind of quarantine to contain the rage virus. And I play a lady called Isla, and she lives on a small island which is connected to the mainland by a causeway. And she lives there with her young son, called Spike, who's played by an amazing new young actor called Alfie Williams. And my husband, Jamie, who's played by Aaron Taylor-Johnson. And it's basically, honestly, it's kind of like the young boy's coming of age in this post-apocalyptic world. And it's horror, guys, but it's so unbelievably surprising. Like, you're gonna go in expecting one thing, and you're gonna get so much more. I seen it this week, so I'm still riding the high of like.
Oh, that's so good.
I'm like, this is really
It's
cool.
great when you do a film that you love.
Yeah.
Where did you shoot this film?
So we mainly shot it in Northumberland, in and around Newcastle.
Okay.
We shot a little bit in Inverness and a beautiful little island just off the coast of Essex called OC Island. But yeah, like again, like cinematically, the locations in this film are so spectacular. We were in the forest for a lot of this, which was good for the soul.
Yes.
I bet.
Yeah.
I find the 28 days later scared me to death. But I like to be scared. Like, I love that. Like, I love the thrill of it all.
Yeah.
Is this a very jumpy, like, is there a lot of moments? Yeah.
Yeah.
Are these the type of movies that you like to watch?
Not necessarily, no. No, that feeling of like anxiety and sickness, I don't necessarily enjoy. But I guess now I've been a part of it, and like, you can kind of see behind the curtain. And also, like, what they do with the camera, we have the most incredible DOP called Anthony Dodmantle, and the way they've shot this, on the day, I was like, I have no idea what this is going to look like, so I was really eager to watch it. But it's so innovative and bold, the choices that they've made to tell the story. So you're going to be...
Jumping.
Yeah,
you're gonna be gonna be happy.
And I like. I also like to figure out the escape path. And I do this just going out to a restaurant or working here, say. I like to figure out how I'm going to get out of this when the zombies come. I just do that in life.
Well, you'd be a good person to be with.
Yes,
if
you
this,
want
if this
me.
happened.
Yes, you want me on your island.
What movies scared you growing up?
I feel like what I really remember being scared of was the child catcher in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
Yes!
That was a big one for me.
Chitty Chitty Bang Bang was terrifying.
Yes. Also, Sixth Sense. I feel like Sixth Sense was so big when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And that's always kind of stuck with me. But
Yeah.
I've always kind of avoided them or watched the corner of the TV screen. That's usually what I've done.
How hard is it when you have to promote a film like this? Because I know, like, there's so many plot twists and things you can't say. How hard is it dealing with people like us who are constantly asking you about secrets in the film?
Well, this is only like day 2 of my press, so I'm like...
You're doing really well.
I'm doing okay so far, yeah. And actually, I think if anyone's going to give spoilers, it might be Danny. We've realized already, we're like,
director.
Danny's the one who's going to maybe potentially slip up.
Because he's so excited about what he put together.
Yeah.
We got to get him here. We got to.
You do.
Yeah, we'll break him down.
Well, thank you for coming to see us.
Thanks.
We really.
Yeah. Yippers. Let's see. Let's go back. We'll do 28.
Here's 5 reasons why Rapid Radio is the best radio you can get on the marketplace. Rapid radios offer unlimited range, whereas other radios have limited range and very spotty coverage. With Rapid radios, there's no monthly fees ever. Other radio companies are charging you anywhere from $40 to $60 per month per device, which quickly adds up. With Rapid radios, there's a 5-day battery life.
Oh, so like while she was backstage, we could see her like doing poses, and this is what she was doing. See if I can get it up to the big screen.
There's no discharge in the war. There's no discharge in the war. There's no discharge in the war. There's no discharge in the war.
Sei still und rühre dich nicht von der Stelle.
Different language. We don't need that one.
One good decision you made was working with Danny Boyle. 28
This is Josh
years.
from Happy, Sad, Confused, by the way. This is that's the thing I actually went to.
Later, I mean, I've been berating, Danny for that question for the last decade. When's it happening? And finally, it's happened. You've shot it.
We have.
Jodie Comer, Ray Fiennes.
I mean,
And
two of the finest actors are British actors, yeah.
What was the experience like? Because that first one was so innovative for 1,000 different reasons. We know he's shot on an iPhone. Again, that's out there.
Okay, cool.
Well, I mean, I'm saying it so you
Dude,
don't have,
it's
so you
cool.
don't have to.
I mean, it's great.
So you know, it's out there. But what was? Can you hint a little bit about what the experience was like? What made it special?
One of the things they said, because it was like the iPhone and stuff, is that the way that they would shoot some of this stuff, like they'd actually like have it like just dangling from a string and like swing it around them. So like they would take it and like swing it, so that way they could capture like different views or whatever, and it would just like look more like, you know, fluid movement, I guess, because, you know, you're being chased or whatever. And so like that's why she was saying like she wanted to know how it would look when it was shot, because it was, they said they did some crazy crap with like the actual camera. Like there was one part where they had Aaron actually run, and he's like, I guess, holding the iPhone, and like they just had him sprint. And like they shot it, you know, shot the scene like every which way, and then they had him shoot it himself, and like they end up using it. But they're like the look of fear on his face, Danny said it was perfect, and they end up using it for the scene. But I was like, that's really cool. You want that on your wall? That's awesome. I'm assuming you're talking about that one. Like that was like, I need to know who this is or whatever.
For you.
I feel like I can't, there's not enough vocabulary to articulate how extraordinary this shoot was. I mean, it was like, I had one of the most incredible experiences on set ever. And I think that's because Danny Boyle is an absolute legendary filmmaker and director, and the enthusiasm this guy had. He's like a child.
He's like Quentin Tarantino level of like,
oh my god, the
energy.
energy is like, whoa, like you like just need to plug in and like take some of that energy. It's like, it's electric, and it's like, it like invigorated and inspired me again to be like an actor. Like, and that sounds bizarre, but like,
wow,
there's a moment where you're like, oh, I fucking love acting again, like, which is like bizarre, because sometimes, you know, like it's strange that I've kind of possibly dipped out on or something, you know, along the way, but like what we were getting was, what we got was like, you know, was really feeding the soul. And I think because the premise in itself is just the most extraordinary premise, because you've also got that built-in audience where, like you said, it's a cult film that happened, like, you know, it came out 2001, I think.
Oh, and by the way, they said that the film is not what you think it is. So like if you have any preconceived notions about what it's going to be like, they're like, you might as well just go ahead and forget about it. Like you're not going to be able to figure it out. Basically, they said Josh actually got to see it before he did the interview, and he said he cried at the end of it. And I was like, I don't think I've ever heard anybody say they cried during a horror movie, but they like, he said it was really sad, and they said it was very, like, it really reflects back society. And I was like, interesting. So if this could possibly be like one of the first horror movies to win like an Oscar, if it's as intense and as good as they say, and it's only like an hour and 50-minute runtime. So like in the first like 30 minutes is out there already. So like, but the thing is like if it's that intense, then I can only imagine like it's gonna, I don't know. It just sounds like that it has Oscar buzz written all over it. That's all I can say. I mean, he's definitely a worthy director, that's for certain.
Right?
We'll fact check it around that.
It's about that time, I think.
We'll fact check it around that.
It's about that extraordinary premise, because you've also got that built-in audience where, like you said, it's a cult film that happened. Like, you know, it came out 2001, I think.
Sounds
like
right.
That, right?
We'll fact check it around that.
It's about that time, I think.
2003, I think.
And so obviously,
I don't know what I was going to
say really, but you know, time is obviously, time stops still then, you know, and now we've gone 28 years later. So these are like the survivalists that have lived through. I mean, if you think the pandemic of like that 2-year period and elongate that to 28 years, and it just gives you so much imagination and fills in so much, but also layers of trauma, obviously. And I think that built-in premise of concept, just on top of like, without knowing what the story is, that's how much, like, there's like that behind everything else. So
did you shoot?
It's just, I mean, I can't tell you how exciting I'm absolutely excited to see this. I don't, you know, I'm really excited to see how this comes out, and because of the way they were filming, the way that an iPhone films you,
right,
cuts through. It's like this moment where you feel like really vulnerable for a second, because you're like, oh,
camera's like right,
there's
so
no
close
sort of,
to you, so yeah,
we're rolling, checking, and you know, whatever, like go through the motions of like. Because you sort of, and there's your mark, you get sort of set, you know, you carry a light, and then you might go and do your scene or whatever, and then, but like an iPhone's just like, here it is, and then you're like, oh, fuck. Oh shit, you can see and feel, it's something that just like, you know, when someone sticks a camera in your face and an iPhone, it makes you feel vulnerable instantly, like they're just like, oh, you're seeing too much, like, you know what I mean, there's something weird, and that was funny just to get used to that at the beginning, I think, and then I just was like, whoa, this is wild. This is really wild, and yeah,
I can't wait, man.
There's more I could talk about.
No, I know.
On it,
We have time. We have time to get to it. Don't worry.
It's but yeah, extraordinary, and I think it's going to be super exciting to. I think it's going to be a bit of an event, actually.
100%.
Because it's like, yeah, I think that's something, and I feel so privileged and honoured to be like pulled into that family. Like, that's a good group of, I mean, and Alex Garland and Ray Fiennes, you know, we've got.
And there's a roadmap going forward. I don't know if you continue in the rest of the trilogy, but the fact that there's a lot of story to come there. It's exciting. Nia DaCosta, I know, and the whole thing.
Yeah, we did 1 and 2 back to back, and so that's exciting. And
oh, so he's in number 2 too. Then he just slipped that up. So they said Danny Boyle did some type of interview, and he said that Jodie was in both films, and that was the only thing that kind of got slipped up. The third one, he said, was supposed to tell us more about what happened with Jim and what's her face, and anyway, like, that one hasn't been filmed, and he was saying that they were going to do a GoFundMe to get the movie made because it still needs money, and I'm like, I can't imagine after this movie comes out that they're going to need money. Like, they should be fine. Like, as long as people will turn out and go to the theater to go see it, I think it's going to do just fine. I can't wait to go see it. Horror movies is one of those things that I like to go see in theaters because, like, you know, the sound quality is really good, and like the jump scares are good. If you're going to get scared, it's going to happen. Like, and at home, like, it doesn't happen as often for me. So, like, if I'm going to be scared by something, like, which doesn't normally happen anyway, I like to try to go to the theater because then I'll actually get scared.
The young lad, Alfie, is an extraordinary young man and an incredible actor. And bless him, he, you know, grew up pretty much on the, you know, he literally went from boy to, like, you know, young man in this short space of time. That sort of pinnacle age where, you know, you're growing on set. And he was just Danny and I really sort of, you know, took him under our wing, and I felt very paternal over him, and we have that relationship in the movie, and I play his father, but it's something that I felt I related to because of being a father to teenage girls, so I felt very much like I knew how to, I felt really emotionally connected to this character in a way that I just, it was exciting. It's been really exciting.
Dr. Ian Kelson is a doctor, a humanist, a man who is compassionate. I think he's someone who has accepted the fact of death.
Do you know the words memento mori?
It means remember death.
How does he live day to day? How has he survived 28 years alone? I was very impressed.
You know, I feel he's a bit young.
He's ready. Call Mr. Tade. Tade.
Once you walk onto that mainland, there's no rescues. No exceptions. You're on your own.
There are many kinds of death. And some are better than others.
Once you walk onto that mainland, there's no rescues.
You scared?
Are you?
In the war,
injection takes away their minds. It's got no mind, it's got no soul. Kill it.
There are many kinds of death. Some are better than others.
He's yours.
Alright. I think that's good. Going up and down again. I'm sure you'll probably be able to find that mask though. I'd almost guarantee it. Alright. Let's head back over to the game. Tells me that I need a freaking thing. Alright, let's go see what we can get into. We got that piece, right? The plate piece. I can't remember where I'm supposed to be doing with that. Let me turn back on the sound. Like something's wrong. Let me know if it's too loud or whatever.
It's wet shut.
So can I get rid of that or what? Like, why can't I just pick it up? It's weird. It says it means which side, on this side. Like, why wouldn't you just pick it up? Yeah. Shotgun.
Now this'll come in handy. It's blocked.
About me. How do I sound?
Okay, that wasn't so bad. It's wet shut.
What am I supposed to do about that? so I don't have a key for that either, and it won't let me do it. Still really low. That doesn't make any sense. I mean, like, seriously, it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. I have to play with it, I guess. The other day when I was streaming, was it low? Yeah.
I need the key.
I need the key.
I can't leave. I need to find Jeremy.
I was gonna say, I haven't had any updates or anything. I don't know. I don't know exactly what the difference would be. Was it in here that I saw the thing?
I need the key.
I know. But you always know. Alright. I wonder why. Because, like, I haven't had any updates. I haven't changed anything. The only thing I did change was the decibel range that week, because I guess it was low. Can you go this way?
I need the key.
Bitch, you need all the keys. Okay, let's go upstairs. Just a Why you look at a hole?
What's that stain? Looks like some kind of... This must be the clock mentioned in the commonplace book.
Alright, let's see what we can do with these doors.
I need the key.
Sinjo, what's up? How are you? Blocked.
Jeremy's room. All back to normal.
Oh my gosh.
Emily's here.
I don't remember that from the last time. I don't know why. Creepy. Okay, we did all the crap in here. Yeah, I think so. What's this? Nothing. All right. A fan. Weird tales. Nothing in there either. Damn, dude. Nothing in there as well. All right. Sinji, how's life treating you, man? Oops. Let's get this. Locked. Number 6. Number 6.
What a strange but beautiful...
I did it! I crossed the thresholds to my intended destination without a focusing device. My talisman now knows these roads, and I have no need for the plates. I can find my way to Lafayette as easy as I find my own room. I visited the grave of my father and seen the oven waiting for me.
Nice.
Thank you for opening these doors. I now must summon my courage and go back to that hateful mound outside the oil rig. I hope you'll be feeling better when I return. Jeremy.
Room.
Oh yeah, this is that thing.
Will I need to remember how to get them out again? They are locked up for good reason. I am sure she is still able to whisper the answer in the ears of the wrong people. But not for long. I will see her burned soon enough. That black goat will be sacrificed to put an end to it all. Then it will all be over. No more Derceto, and sadly, no Astarte. Those good pirates of Pontchartrain. May you still sail the lake, until you find the shores of Hali.
All right, I think I'm gonna end it there for today, especially since I have all the sound issues. So that way I can try to work on it. Anyway, I love you guys. I will see you in the next one, which will probably be, I think tomorrow there's some type of Xbox conference thing, so I'll probably be doing that. And then I think I'll be streaming on Saturday if I'm not mistaken, but we'll see. But anyway, I love you guys. Good night. Bye.